Licensed games are usually bad, obscure licensed games can be worse. Luckily, Punisher is neither, and that might have something to do with the people at Volition knowing how to make a dumb fun game. Punisher is a gory game with solid shooting, plenty of action and some great ideas, and a good overall pace. It's nothing short of a damn fine action game. The game's story is played out as flashbacks as Frank Castle, aka the Punisher, is being questioned by two detectives in prison. There really isn't much of a plot to begin with, mostly just individual stories spanning across multiple levels, which include finding a Russian nuke, destroying a criminal family, and taking down an evil syndicate. The writing and voice acting are meh, but they're cheesy enough to be enjoyable. Unlike Max Payne, which the game takes a lot from, there's no origin story or path of vengeance, just a brutal, mean SOB that wants to help New York City in the most morally questionable way possible. They obviously had a lot of fun with the licensing. Cameos of other Marvel characters pop in occasionally, such as Black Widow, Nick Fury, and even Tony Stark, which is great fun. The game is very linear, point A to point B, killing every scumbag that gets in your way. No mercy, no remorse. There's no collectibles, instead killing enemies gives you points you can spend upgrading the Punisher to do more, punishing. I'm a bit disappointed that you can only spend points on base stuff like accuracy and ammunition instead of outfits, or maybe some combat techniques, but whatever, the shooting is fun. You have a wide selection of weapons, and they do their job well. You can even dual wield most of them, which includes the assault rifles and shotguns, which adds even more to the carnage on screen, which is excellent. Unlike other shooters, the Punisher is unstoppable, literally. You have tons of health which can be upgraded, and a cool feature is how you'll be constantly picking up ammo for weapons you're not equipped with, which means when you swap weapons, you still have plenty of ammo. You can take people as human shields, which can be done by pressing a single button when near them. And no, they can't break out of it. Do you think that's a little overpowered? You can press a single button to perform a quick kill regardless of their body armor or weaponry. On top of that, you have a rage mode allowing you to replenish health as well as basically being even more unstoppable for a short time. You can actually leapfrog quick kills from one guy to the next since you can't be interrupted or even take any damage while doing the animation. The controls are par for the course, but you dispatch problems so quickly it's a non-issue. It's absolutely fantastic. It's such a visceral experience. You can't help but enjoy how insane some environments become, thanks to bullet holes, blood, ragdolls, and persistent bodies. A unique and gruesome feature in the game, which wins it a lot of infamy, is the interrogations you can perform on enemies. Once you grab them, you can beat, choke, or threaten any information out of them, if they have any that is, and then you can just shoot them. People that have important info are highlighted by the Punisher's logo above them, and they can leak where in weapon stashes, special items, and it can even be used to make nearby enemies surrender. Usually whenever there's a target of interest, there's an environmental hazard you can use. These can be pretty gruesome and kind of disturbing, but they're really effective, so no problems. You'll want to interrogate often since it gives you some health and a bunch of points. Weirdly though, if you kill someone while in interrogation mode, you get penalized points. Even after you've extracted the information from them. You can still kill them outside of the interrogation mode and get points for that, so what gives? Definitely a problem in some levels of them being too wide, making it hard to dodge attacks, and some being too cramped, screwing up the camera and just making a pain navigating. The checkpoints are balanced out well for the most part, so little to complain about there. All in all, you can only fault the Punisher as a very linear, fun action game that doesn't give a damn about the human rights bill. It feels just like what every superhero game should be like, overpowering, action-packed, and kinda silly. It's surprisingly hard finding an old third-person shooter that is still fun enough and dumb enough to be enjoyable, and Punisher is one of those games.